Personal Power, the 4 skills you were never taught. What if personal power isn't about controlling others at all, but about 4 core skills that determine whether people take you seriously, whether they trust you, and whether you can trust yourself? Most of us were never taught the real foundations of power. We were taught to please, or to dominate, or to stay quiet. But true personal power doesn't come from any of those. It comes from psychological capacities that you can measure, develop, and strengthen. When you do, your power rises, and so does your vitality. I'm a psychotherapist, clinical supervisor, executive coach, and award-winning researcher. My name's Dr. Tony Weston. Over the past 2 decades, I've worked with more than 1,200 clients, therapists, executives, and scientists here in Cambridge and beyond. And here's what I've learned. Powerlessness is not a personality flaw. It's a developmental state. That's why I created the Lifelong Capacities Map and the PsycheVita Vitality Scale. Together, they show us the skills behind over 1,000 symptoms and 160 psychiatric diagnoses, and they also explain leadership, resilience, and flourishing. They integrate psychotherapy outcomes research, executive coaching science, and the wisdom literature. And they measure your psychological vitality on a scale from 0 to 5. Level 0 is collapse. You can barely function. You feel broken. Level 1 is fragile. You try, but you don't feel you can rely on yourself. Level 2 is uneven. Sometimes you show up, but under pressure you falter. Level 3 is stable. You can generally do what's required, though not always under strain. Level 4 is robust. You reliably show up, adapt, and grow. Level 5 is generative. You don't just cope, you inspire others, creating growth around you. Powerlessness sits at the bottom of this scale. Real personal power emerges as you move upward, developing the skills that can be relied upon, first by you, then by others. If you've ever felt invisible in meetings, silenced in relationships, or plagued by the quiet belief that your voice carries no weight, this is about power. In this video, we'll explore 4 skills that create it. 3.4 Healthy Self-Worth, 6.1 Impulse Control, with 6.4 Reliable Execution, 5.1 Communication Under Pressure, with 5.2 Visible Integrity, and 7.1 Internalized Sense of Purpose. And I'll show you why, when you grow them, you become a force to be reckoned with. Power begins with 3.4 Healthy Self-Worth. This is not bravado or shallow self-esteem. It is the unconditional stance. I value myself, not because I've achieved, not because others approve, but because worth is risk-free and cannot be taken away. When you live at this level, people sense it. You don't collapse when criticized, and you don't inflate when praised. You shine steadily, and that shines upwards into every interaction. Without self-worth, power leaks. With it, you stand unshaken. Next are the behavioural capacities, 6.1 Impulse Control and 6.4 Reliable Execution and Follow-Through. Impulse control means I don't scatter my energy, I don't lash out, I don't collapse, I steady myself. Reliable execution means I do what I say I will do. This is the heart of trust. If you follow through, power accumulates. If you don't, power erodes. Over time, your word becomes weighty because it is backed by action. Power is not force. Power is work done over time, and behaviour is the proof. The third route is the influence capacity, specifically 5.1, clear, calm, inspiring communication under pressure, and 5.2, visible integrity. I influence others, therefore I have power, but not through bullying, through treating people appropriately, through being someone they can trust. Integrity is visible. Others see when your words match your actions. They know you can be counted on. Influence then flows naturally. You are taken seriously, a force to be reckoned with, not because you shout, but because you can be relied upon. Influence is power embodied in relationship. The final route is purpose capacity. 7.1, internalized sense of purpose. Here I am inner directed. I am not waiting for others to tell me who I am. I am not distracted. My purpose is not a slogan on a wall. It is who I am. When you live from this place, power flows with direction. You're not tossed about by circumstance. You are purpose in action, and people sense it. They follow not because you demand, but because you embody coherence. That is compelling. Let me introduce Diego, a capable scientist who came to me saying, I know my work is good, but in every meeting, I feel dismissed. I don't project authority. We mapped his profile. His 3.4 self-worth was low. He felt valuable only if his results were perfect. His 6.4 execution was inconsistent. Brilliant ideas, but deadlines slipped. His 5.1 communication collapsed when challenged. Step by step, he grew. First, recognizing that worth is unconditional, not tied to results. Second, steadying impulses under pressure so he could speak calmly. Third, delivering projects reliably so his word carried weight. Finally, connecting it all to his deeper purpose, not just running experiments, but mentoring the next generation. Within a year, Diego wasn't asking for power, he carried it. His colleagues turned to him in tension. His juniors sought him for guidance. He became the steady centre, trusted and respected. That is personal power. And the map shows us why this works. Growth cascades. As Diego's self-worth strengthened, his communication steadied. As he followed through reliably, his purpose gained credibility. As his purpose directed him, his impulses calmed. The four routes interlock, feeding one another. And here's the cost of staying powerless. Low PsycheVita vitality is not just psychological. It raises stress hormones, inflames the body, shortens health span. Chronic powerlessness ages you, steals energy, and erodes dignity. Reclaiming personal power is not only about confidence, it's about survival, health, and long life. So ask yourself, where is your weakest root? Is it 3.4, healthy self-worth, valuing yourself unconditionally? Is it 6.1, impulse control, or 6.4, reliable execution? Do what you say. Is it 5.1, communication under pressure, or 5.2, visible integrity, influencing with trust? Or is it 7.1, purpose, being inner directed? Pick one, strengthen it, and power will cascade through the rest. You'll also find a link below to today's PsycheScription, a guided practice that takes a few minutes. It'll help you ground your body, steady your breath, and step into the center of your power. Use it whenever you need to reconnect with the force within you. And if this resonates, if you feel ready to reclaim your personal power, in a focused, tailored way, I invite you to book a one-to-one session with me. Together, we'll map your profile, identify any underdeveloped skills, and begin building the roots of power you can trust. You are not broken. You are being called to grow. Power is not control, it is capacity. When you develop these 4 skills, you become trustworthy to yourself and others can trust you. That is personal power, a force to make things happen.